Hey folks, what's going on? It's me, Andrew Westmoreland, back again with yet another video. And if you've read this title, you know that I was banned from the subreddit bisexual, r/bisexual. Now, before I tell you what the hell just happened, let's look at today's sponsor, because this is just stupid. This is absolutely stupid. If you want to support my work and what I'm doing, check out Movement Watches. Now, I own a Movement watch, and they already sponsor me, and I love their products. They give you an affordable, stylish watch that, like, honestly, I'm really happy that I found them and that, well, they found me. Watch is starting at $100, 15% off if you use my code DrewWestPress. And thank you so very much. Okay. Yeah, it happened, and just got this. Okay, so I have to tell you the story, obviously, of what happened. I got banned from r/bisexual for saying that there is two genders. So, all right, let me tell you the story. So somebody posted on there that they're bisexual and their wife is a trans woman, male to female. And they feel they feel out of sorts because when they refer to themselves as bisexual, they feel that it is offensive to their transgender spouse. And I was confused. I didn't know what they were talking about. I was just like, and I responded. I was like, I don't understand what the problem is. There's nothing wrong with who you are or something like that. To the effect of, you're bi, that's fine. Bi is part of the LGBT umbrella. It's literally called lesbian, gay, bi, transgender, or bisexual, transgender. So bisexual means what? Bi means two. That means there's two genders. So I basically said that, and that I was unapologetic about how I described it, or how I spoke about it. Saying that I'm bisexual. I'm a bisexual male, and that means there's two genders. I'm attracted to both genders. There's only two. And I got a message saying that I was banned. Well, first was suspension. Okay, this was earlier. Okay, it said you're temporarily banned from participating in r/bisexual. Your ban will last for 14 days. You can still view and subscribe. And it says it was for transphobia. If you have any questions regarding your ban, you can contact the moderator team. Now, I did. Now, I won't show you the logs because I didn't have that prepared, because that account is not for the public consumption. We'll just say that. And yeah, we'll just leave it at that. It is not a public account for the public to view of mine. And needless to say, I questioned it. Like, I didn't say anything transphobic, nothing at all. And they were like, yeah, you did. Saying that there's only two genders means that you're disregarding transgender people, because transgender people are non-binary, and because they're non-binary, that means they're more than one gender. And by you saying that there's only two genders, you're saying that they don't exist or whatever, and they're saying I'm transphobic for that. I'm like, oh my god. So I basically said, I said, look, I have no desire to be in a group, in a subreddit that is not capable of understanding basic logic, reason, and disregards scientific knowledge, because science does not acknowledge that there is more than two genders. There's male and female. That's what gender is, male and female. Now, people are trying to change definitions of words and say that Gender and biological sex are two different things. To me, they are synonymous because that's how I was raised, that's how I was taught in school, and just because people on Tumblr decided that they wanted to change scientific definitions without any research or study or anything, does not mean I'm going to automatically agree with their definitions. Now, that doesn't make me a bigot, that doesn't make me transphobic or whatever the hell they're claiming. It means, present evidence, and if it becomes mainstream, then I'll be like, okay, we've learned a new thing. There's more than two genders. There's not. There's male, female, and a third if you want to count intersex people, which are the old term was hermaphroditic. I mean, I guess that's still the medical term, but intersex is the general term that we call them now. And I'm sorry, but saying you're like a demisexual, non-binary, demisexual, whatever, like, what does that mean? That's just words you made up. It literally means nothing. If you have a penis, you're a male. If you have a vagina, you're a female. It's not hard. It's not difficult. If you want to be trans, okay, then you are a trans man or a trans woman. You will never be a woman or a man if you are transgender. You would be a trans man or a trans woman, unless you can change chromosomes. Or me personally, I'm not opposed to the idea of accepting them as men or women if they can like lab grow organs, like natural organs and whatever. But physically speaking, or I'm saying biologically speaking, you'll never be male, you'll never be female if you're trans. That this is just basic knowledge. This is stuff that, adults can talk about and adults know. But for some reason, we live in this society now where everyone's like a baby. Or I should say certain segments of society are babies, and they tend to be on certain political spectrums on the left. It's bizarre to me. I feel like it was the opposite. I like the video I did earlier where I talked about how the left and the right have switched. The right used to be the moral compass type. They used to think that they're morally superior, and things that liberals were doing was like sinful and unholy and all that stuff. And now it's the left who's taking that narrative, except they're not going through a religious in the sense of a spiritual religion. They're going through this in a non-theist religion, which is intersectionality. Intersectionality is basically this concept of social justice where everything's offensive, the patriarchy, third, fourth wave feminism, all that kind of stuff is all kind of meshed into one, and it's ever evolving, ever changing. It's a I see that I kicked my camera. Hold on. It's a thing where it's always, like I said, always changing, always evolving, and it is they could basically use it. They use it as a weapon, just like most religion is used as a weapon. But they use this non-theistic religion, this new thing, as a weapon because they can change the rules whenever they want. They basically have it's so convoluted and so Orwellian that they could literally say that air is racist. They have time is racist. They have people said that using clocks and stuff is racist. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. That is a position that some people are arguing. They're claiming that people in Africa and Asia and more tribalistic cultures don't have time or something, and that time is an invention of Europe, and therefore time and having schedules and stuff is racist. I'm not lying. This is a real thing that people push. And you wonder why we're having these problems in America when you can't even have a goddamn adult conversation. I'm 33 now, and trying to talk about these things online is a nightmare. It is absolutely a nightmare, and I know that eventually I will be banned from Reddit, like the whole of Reddit, admin banned. because all, like I've been talking about for years, all these social media companies have a left wing bias, and if you question their far leftist points, their ideologies, you get banned. Twitter has a misgendering policy. Like if you dead name somebody, basically if they're trans, male to female, it doesn't matter if they're transitioned. They used to be one gender, and now that they're a different gender, the opposite gender. If you refer to their birth name, basically, that's called dead naming. It's a dead name. Now instead of they were born Thomas or something, now they're Chloe, and you call them Thomas, that's dead naming. If you do that on Twitter, you get banned. Now, that's a political ideology, because the left believes that dead naming or misgendering is how I just described it. But many on the right don't acknowledge that as a real thing. They think it's misgendering, that you've just changed your name. You're always going to be Thomas. You're not going to be Chloe. That's something you made up. It's not real. And that is a political, cultural, social ideology. They're very much intertwined. To pretend that just because you're how do I say this, you have to understand that there's a marriage between political ideology, culture, and society, whether it be you're on the left or the right, authoritarian, libertarian, whatever, anarchist. All these things are kind of meshed together, and it's very important that we get this shit together, because like I said earlier, we're having such a huge rift right now, huge rift in society, and they're kicking people out, they're banning them. I mean, I'm banned from this subreddit because I'm a bisexual male who said that there's only two genders. Bisexual means two means two, male, female. Like, I don't understand. Like, literally. Yep, they banned me for saying that there's only two genders. Wow, the bisexual subreddit banned me because I said that. Yeah. Bi means two. So, again, I don't get it. I really don't get it. We have this extremism in society that is permeating, and everyone, it's easy for everyone to talk about, Trump supporters and all this other stuff, but what are they doing? What are Trump supporters doing? They wear an ugly, annoying hat, and somehow that triggers people to attack them. Literally, Trump supporters get attacked all the time. How many Trump supporters do you know go out and attack people? Rarely. When it does happen, it's concentrated, focused violence. It is high-level violence. You don't see this low-level street violence very much from the right. You only see it from the left. The left is constantly, it's like spread out and permeated. It's the vast majority of the left is going insane. And I want to say it's similar to when Obama was in office. We had it was kind of flipped. The right was like, Obama was like, they were triggered by anything Obama did, and they were freaking out. They had, like, the gun sales were off the charts, ammo sales were off the charts. There was a national shortage of ammo for years and years and years. Every time we go into Walmart to buy ammo to go to the gun range, the shelves were empty. Like, you couldn't find decent ammo pretty much anywhere. It was crazy. It was really crazy. They had, like, the general ammo. You would have, like, stuff like 20 gauge. Like, nobody uses 20 gauge for the most part. Maybe some hunters or skeet shooters or something, but the average person uses like 12 gauge shotgun rounds, shells, and just stuff like that. Or ammo that nobody really uses, like 32s or something like that. It's just like maybe some 44. Like, most people don't use that. They'd be 9 mils, some 22s, 50 cal. Typically you don't get at Walmart, but the general stuff, 45 sometimes. It was just like shelves were empty in the sporting section. You had to go to gun stores, and when you go to the gun stores, like, everyone's prices were jacked up, and I remember it was like $20. I think it still might be $20 for a box of 10 shotgun shells, which is just insane. But my point is, this long rounded out way of saying I got banned from the bisexual subreddit is just that we have this crazy culture. There are these extremist elements in social media that have enormous power. So now I don't have a voice. I have lost my freedom of speech from that particular community because they disagreed with science, basically. This is not my opinion. This is the opinion of the general population, general scientific community, general population of America and the world, that there's two genders. We have males and then we have females. There's not like infinite genders and all this other stuff. That's not a controversial thing to say. But because we have extremists and as moderators in this subreddit, I have been banned from that mainstream conversation. And there's nothing I can do. I can't sue them. I mean, I guess I could try, but it would be a waste of my time. It's just one community. It's just, the point is that this is just insanity, utter insanity. It's only getting worse. I could say that grass is green and the sun is yellow, and people are gonna try to claim that it's not. And that's how I view this kind of stuff. Like, this is known, normal shit, and for some reason, people are saying it's not. I don't know what else to say. I got banned from a subreddit, and it begins. I can only imagine. It's gonna start happening. I am a nobody, so if I just disappear one day, it's because I got banned from YouTube. If you don't follow me on Twitter, or minds.com/DrewWestPress, I'm just going to drop off the face of the earth. So please take this opportunity now, if you're listening, you're watching, to subscribe to my various social media. Twitter at DrewWest_press. Minds.com is an alternative social media platform that I use a lot. That is at minds.com/DrewWestPress. If you're watching this from Minds and you clicked my link, I think I could start uploading videos directly to Minds, to be honest. I think I can upload up to 30 minutes, so I'm going to probably start doing that too. But yeah, if you like my work and what I'm doing and want to support me and help it expand and make this a regular thing, more than welcome to support me via the links down in the description below. I have cryptocurrency links, PayPal, Patreon, Subscribestar, all that stuff down in the description below. So thank you so much for watching, if indeed you still are. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Please comment down below and let me know what you think. Please hit that subscribe button and share. Hit that share button. Send it out on all your social media. Send it to friends. Email if you're an emailer. Text message if you have to. Whatever it may be. Drop it on Facebook, Instagram, whatever. I don't know, anything. Please share it, because YouTube has stopped suggesting independent content creators that do politics, news, and commentary. They are now boosting CNN like they need help. CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, all the big channels, the corporate media, mainstream media, they get help. They get boosts and suggestions. This is a thing now. So again, hit the share. So again, thank you so much for watching, and remember that I'm your centrist voice of reason in a time of hyper-partisan lunacy. And apparently everyone is going insane. See you next time, folks.